And welcome back to another edition of Christopher's Kitchen, and we'd like to give you some creative recipes that you think are probably too difficult to try at home, and for most, may be. But we're going to make it look simple and workable for you. Christopher Lampo joins us as always. And Christopher, the Chinese-American movement, there's no one out there that really doesn't like Chinese-American in some form.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite dishes. A lot of people at home tend to stay away from Asian-type dishes and stuff, but this is something that I think is simple and it's very tasty. You'll impress a lot of people. This dish is very versatile. What I'm going to do today is the Szechuan steamed dumplings in a spicy peanut sauce. But you can also make these into a wonton shape and boil them in a chicken broth, make wonton soup. You can deep fry them for a crispy snack. We can also make pot stickers out of them, and I'm going to show you how to do all three of those things today.
Okay, all right, let's get started.
You haven't seen this before. This is fresh ginger. They call it a hand of ginger. What you want to do is just snap these digits off like this. Just show you how to clean that. I make a square out of it so it's easier to cut. It's rounded, so you want to just make, I just do like this. Now I just slice this ginger very thin like this, like that. Then I just lay it out on top of each other, and I make this into julienne strips like this. Then I turn that back around like this, and we're going to dice it just as small as we can get it. Then you want to just chop that as fine as you can. Now we're ready to go ahead and make the filling. What we have is in this one I'm using chicken breast, but in the recipe when you look on the website I'm calling for half chicken, half pork. That really tastes the best. This is just all white meat chicken that I'm making today. It's more of a health conscious way to do it, but you're going to get much better flavor, and I actually recommend that you use like half pork, half chicken. If you want to just use all chicken, I recommend that you use not just breast meat, but leg and breast, because it's got a little bit more fat in there, it's a little bit more tender. What we're going to do is take this chicken breast that we've diced a little bit to give the food processor a little bit of a head start. Take a little ginger, a little garlic, a little green onion. Okay, I'm actually going to put a little chopped basil in this recipe also. A little bit of sugar goes in this. Okay, use a little bit of soy sauce. That was a lot of soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. And we're going to use 1 egg white. Egg white goes in. And I'm going to put just a pinch of white pepper. And we're just going to pulse that a little bit. Okay, Mike, we have our chicken paste or our meat paste that we've made. Got that ready to go. Now here's what we're going to be wrapping these with. These are just egg roll wrappers or wonton wrappers that you can find almost in any grocery store now. We'll just use just probably about a half a teaspoon or so of this meat, this ground meat that we have. I'll just show you how to do a couple of these. And I have a little bit of egg white that I've broken up a little bit with a fork, putting a little bit of egg white on the outer edges of these wontons. Now I'm just going to join that together at the end, and I'm just going to push the air out. I'm not pushing any of the meat out, just push the air out, just like that. And I'm squeezing that shut just a little bit. And now I'm going to do kind of a fortune cookie thing like that, and just bring those together. That looks a lot like a tortellini because that's exactly how they make them. So I just put that right here. Okay, that's how we do those. Now I'm just going to do a little pleat, and this is the classic preparation for a pot sticker. Just going to fold that back on itself like this. Just like this. Just keep folding, lifting up and folding, and you get a nice shape like that. Squeeze it all together, and I just set it down. Now for the recipe that I'm doing today, for the steamed ones or boiled ones, I'm just taking these little wontons and putting them into boiling chicken stock. Okay. Now these refrigerate well, they freeze well also, so you can store them. But I'm just going to do about 8 of these, just like that. Put them in boiling chicken stock until those float, until the pasta's fully cooked. While those are boiling up, I'm going to go ahead and start the sauce preparation. Today I'm doing a Szechuan peanut sauce for this. These are floating now, and the pasta is fully cooked. I'm just going to spoon those out of the broth and hold those over until our sauce is made. Now, if you wanted to make wonton soup, you could take this chicken stock that you have left over, thicken that up a little bit, add some green onions, a little bit of sesame oil, and put these wontons back in. You've got wonton soup. Okay, here's the peanut sauce that we're going to do today. It's just my own little recipe. It may not be as authentic, but what I've done is create a recipe that tastes as close to the original that I've tasted, which I love. So just going to start off with just about a tablespoon of oil there. Almost all Asian stir-fry type things start off with garlic, ginger, and green onion. Okay, I do have a recipe for this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add that. I've got a little hot chili paste that I'm going to add. Okay, and then about 2 cups of chicken stock. And this is the base for our sauce. Now we've come to a boil here. I'm just going to add our cornstarch mixture. Okay, if you add that peanut butter before this is thickened, your peanut butter will separate. And you don't want that. So I'm adding that peanut butter into that thickened chicken stock mixture. I'm going to add a touch of sesame oil. And a little bit of sugar. Okay. Just a touch of soy sauce for salt. Okay, these are ready now. Just had them sitting in that sauce just a little bit. I'm going to put them on a big plate. Now this could be an appetizer. Usually as an appetizer. You don't want to use this as a main course, but I am putting this on a large plate here. And now I like red chili sauce. So I'm going to put, I love it because it's spicy. So that little bit of cilantro there, which I like, and then just some chopped peanuts for garnish. And that's it. And they are very tasty, spicy, and delicious. Okay, Mike, I'm just going to show you how we do these pot stickers. Now I've got a hot little saute pan. I'm just putting these in raw. These haven't been steamed at all. I'm just going to put these in just like that. What we're going to do is going to let these get nice and brown and crispy on the bottom. Then I'll add a little bit of water, and we'll steam them. Now these are brown, Mike. I just want to show you those. They're nice and crispy. Now stand back just a minute, Josh, and we're going to add a little water there. Okay? And I'm going to cover those so they steam just like that. Now if you had a wok, this would be great in a wok. We're just going to steam those. Going to turn the heat down a little bit on that. And we're just going to cook those until that pasta cooks through. And we'll be able to serve that on a bed of lettuce, something like that. I'm going to take these right here. I've prepared a plate with a little chopped lettuce, very thinly sliced lettuce. You could use also cabbage. Got a little red pepper curls here that we can do for garnish. I've made that little sauce, Mike, of soy sauce, sugar, rice wine vinegar. And I just have a few black sesame seeds here for garnish, just a little bit something unique. Okay, and that's another way that you can use those dumplings that we made. Mike, the last way that we're going to show you how to do these, same dumplings that we made before, I'm just going to deep fry them. So my oil is 350 degrees. Ow!
What, the grease a little hot?
Yeah. I tell you what, it doesn't look that hot because it's been sitting here. It has to refire, but those start bubbling when they float and they're golden brown. That's all you have to do to them. Now we have our fried wontons here. And I just used a little bit of that peanut sauce that we made earlier for this, or you could use, like I said, that sweet and sour sauce, something like that.
3 creative brand new dishes that we made to look easy, and of course the website has the recipe for those. All you have to do is go to kbtx.com, click onto the food page, and that's where you'll find all of the recipes for Christopher's Kitchen. Christopher, it's been a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you, Mike.
All right, for Christopher Lampo, thanks for joining us on this edition of Christopher's Kitchen.